back to another episode of Korbs Kitchen. Are you in the frame?
It's crooked. Oh well.
We'd like to thank all of our studio audience for joining us once again. We know we were on hiatus for a long time, but thank you for hanging out and coming back just as strong as ever. That's okay, I'm ad-libbing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, we've got another special recipe, like always, for all of our dedicated followers. All 5 of them.
I got more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We decided to make this particular recipe because this is a breakfast food that we enjoy eating.
So we are making pumpkin spice latte coffee cake.
5 times fast. So, we've been buying the generic thing at, generic coffee cake at the grocery store.
But we got it not too long ago, and they have pumpkin spice coffee cake, and it tastes like nothing. There's no flavor to it. So
we thought we'd try our own.
Oh. So, as always, the favorite part of the show is we have jokes for everybody.
All right, so sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and we'll let her fly. Ethan, how do you make pig jerky?
Dehydrate it? I don't know.
By giving them some coffee.
Okay. What do you get if you divide the circumference of a pumpkin by its diameter?
You divide.
I know you like math, so I saved the math joke for you.
This is geometry, so I've already checked out, and I'm thinking about the man who's left on the train and when he'll meet the other person. I don't know, Ethan.
Pumpkin pie.
Hooray.
Now that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh,
All righty.
oh.
So, with that introduction, we'll get started on our recipe. We have it in 3 parts.
What are you doing?
You're going to start off with your mixer, and you're going to have your flour, your brown sugar, white sugar, vegetable oil, salt, and pumpkin pie seasoning, and you'll mix all of those together. Once that's done, you're going to take about a cup and a half out of that bowl and put it in another bowl, and you're going to reserve that for later. That's going to become your topping. Your next step is you're going to add your chopped pecans and your cinnamon, and you're going to into that separate bowl that you've already done, and that's going to be also part of the topping for your pumpkin spice latte coffee cake. There you go. The next step, you're going to add to the mixer that you've already got there, you're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So you're going to add your milk, you're going to add your espresso, your egg, your pumpkin puree, and then your baking soda and your baking powder, and you're going to mix all of those together slowly until there's no more lumps or bumps. And then you're going to pour it into a springform pan. Got a new one for this episode.
Oh boy.
In fact, the other one had burnt up, I think, because I used it so much. But you're going to pan it first so that it doesn't stick. And you're going to pour your ingredients, your boiled ingredients, into the springform pan. Next, you're going to evenly spread over the top of the batter your reserved mix that you've made of the extra dough with the cinnamon and the pecans. And then you put it in the oven for about 55 to 60 minutes. Unless you're using the springform pan, and then it's 35 to 40. Wait a minute.
No.
Nope, it's the other way around. 55 to 60. If you decide you want to use like a 9x13 pan, then of course the cooking time is going to be diminished a lot. So, but I thought I'd follow the recipe and see what it comes to be. So then you're going to let it cool. Open up the springform pan. Pull the sides away, and then we'll cut it, and we'll be back here to taste it. It won't be our breakfast food today, but maybe it'll be our afternoon snack.
A lunch snack. Perfect.
Our lunch snack. So, anyway, stick with us. We'll be back, and we have one already prepared for the studio audience, so each one will go home with a holiday pumpkin spice latte coffee cake. We have been busy, so stay tuned. Okay, we're back After several hours of cooking, cooling, and now ready to eat. But before we eat, there's something that I've realized as
She already ate.
I took a bite. Got a sample first. I'm thinking coffee cake, right? So it's cakey. Well, the top is cakey, but the bottom is more pie-y. Yes, exactly. Not quite as loose or soft as a pumpkin pie, but more of that consistency. So it was a total surprise when I cut it and put it on the plate. So we will taste it along with Cosmo here and let you know the verdicts.
Which one did you eat?
I just ate a piece out of the pan.
It smells like pretzels. It's interesting.
What does that mean?
It's what do you eat mine for? Well, you eat it expecting coffee cake, but then it's chewy.
It's just gooier. It's softer than a normal, or wet, more wet or moist, I guess, than a regular coffee cake. How do you think it tastes, though? Co-patriot? Consistent?
It's got more taste than the one from the store, so.
I don't know if that's a whole lot of...
Well, no, it actually tastes like pumpkin. The one at the store just tasted like bread. I don't know.
Cake with icing.
Cake with icing.
He just dropped his piece. Anyway, so that's our... I think we enjoyed it. It was just a surprise. I guess it's kind of... I don't know, like cutting into...
Cake pie.
Yeah, exactly. Not knowing what to expect. So now that we do, it tastes great. It just wasn't what we had originally thought. So, anyway, thanks for joining us. See you next week. Oh, and remember...
To set your clocks back 1 hour for daylight savings time starting on Sunday.
You're a week late, couple weeks late. Anyway, remember to pass out a sample to each of the audience members.
Well, we only got one piece left.
So we'll see you next time.